What is up guys, today on the channel we are going to be attempting to make our 2JZ NAT build look just a little bit nicer. So as you can see guys, I have here the stock 2JZ non-vvti cam gear cover. So basically what I wanted to do, right, just to make the engine look a bit more presentable, give it that 2JZ look. Whoops, I'm going to just crash my car. I hope I didn't. Make it look a little bit more presentable. You know, just to cover the cam gear sort of. So we're thinking about just fitting that up over there. Obviously it's not going to work because of the coil and plug kit versus the stock distributor. So obviously the coils don't fit under the cam cover. So what we're going to try and do is just measure and sort of see where we need to cut it and what we need to do in order for it to fit. And we might even give it a coat of paint a bit later on as well. So let's see how that goes. Just before you guys come at us for hacking up some OEM Toyota goodness, we did have a look online, and because ours is a pretty unique setup, obviously we did it ourselves. There's nothing really that will cater for us, unless obviously getting 2JZ GT cam covers. But we really don't want to go that route. We're more of the home build sort of guys, doing your, use a Dremel, cut it up, and sort of do it yourself, be proud of it. So that's what we're trying to go for. As for off the shelf stuff, we have looked online before starting to cut up our stock, cam gear cover. But there's nothing really available for this specific motor with our specific setup. There is some clear kits where you can see the timing belt, but it just doesn't suit our dynamic of our engine bay. That would have been really cool if we had the GT valve covers, which we may be doing in the future. But for our specific setup, it just doesn't work. So as you can see, right, when we go to fit this up, obviously the two OEM bolt holes, which are here and here, they line up pretty good. We just got to move these hoses and put them back. They line up pretty good, so we're happy with that. But as you can see, right, it hits here, so that's a problem, and it also interferes with the coil. So we're thinking, basically our thought behind it is start backwards and work forwards. Cut a little bit off, test it, is it going to fit, it's not going to fit, cut more, cut more, cut more, cut more. Our worst case scenario is chopping it from here, then just shaving these down just to get past all these hoses, and then just seeing how that looks. So as you can see here, we've got this soft piece of foam. Now that soft piece of foam obviously sits against this metal here. You can even see the residue, and that's just to avoid vibration. So we know for a fact that if we cut it from here, we're 100% sweet. There's even a line for us to use as a guide. Obviously we go around the bolt, but yeah, if we come around, we're 100% sweet. We want to use it as a last case scenario, right? So we're going to, obviously as I said before, work from the back and work forward, and just, once we get the hoses out of the way, just see how it goes. So which hoses have we got here? First of all, we've got the coil and return off the turbo. We've got the oil feed off the turbo. We have some, what's this here? That's some sort of can connector.
Injector wiring?
Yeah, injector wiring, can connectors for the engine. And then we just have these OEM Dizzy stuff, which we don't need. So we're going to see if we can get rid of that maybe, because that is just not really doing us much good there. It is wired into the injectors though. But yeah, just a bunch of OEM wiring, and then the coolant drain, and then the oil feed for the turbo. And also obviously our trigger kit, the wiring for the trigger kit that goes, the cam trigger kit, that goes into the Kawasaki ECU. So we've got cable tied that. So the first sort of place that we can see that it hits is right on the side here. So it's pushing into there, as you can see. So another place we see that it hits is right here on the coil. Obviously we knew that. So we will also, firstly, as I said, work back to front, cut this back piece, so from there and there. So we'll cut that too. Obviously we have to leave those wires in there because that's part of the harness, so we can't actually take it out, right? It's wired into the harness, into the injectors, into the core kit. This is the aftermarket stuff that we put, so we can take that out. We took that out, that's fine. But yeah, so we'll cut that, we'll trim that, and we'll see how it goes from there. Remember guys, always use your safety glasses when working with Dremels and grinders and stuff like that. You really don't want to get this hot plastic or hot metal in your eyes. So we've trimmed that, Obviously we haven't cleaned it yet, but let's just see how it fits. Already much better. It is still touching the core pack on the bottom here though, which is what I suspected. Well, the front's over. Yeah, the front's there. So after a bit of test fitting, we realised that the core pack really does hit under here. So what we're going to try next is cut it from there. Our goal being the oil cap sitting flush with the cover. I really want to keep this lettering here if I can. So we're just going to cut it from there and see how it goes. Alright DP, so I think we'll come up with our final verdict at the Speed Academy reference for all you OGs out there. So basically our final verdict is, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to leave these lines here on top. We're going to make a little bracket and bolt it into one of these two holes here. Haven't decided which one yet, but one of them. Then that gets bolted into there and it'll look good for now. Obviously we can't paint it right now because we can't actually go out and buy paint because of the lockdown that's happening, so this is one of our lockdown projects. But once we can, you know, we'll buy paint to paint that. We might even do the valve covers as well, I don't know, maybe, it's a possibility. But yeah, for now we're just going to leave it like that with the, you know, raw jagged edge. We don't really care, it's not going to any shows, it's not going to any meets, just to look good. And then we will, yeah, we'll show you guys the final pictures. Alright guys, Nick's left me to finish off the install for the Supra. He's gone to order food because we got hungry. So let me just show you what a final verdict is. So we just put the front cover there, like he said. We chopped it up there. It's a bit of a raw jagged edge. We're going to fix that up with the Dremel sander. We're going to bolt that to one of these holes existing in the rocket covers for now. And we're just got to find 2 screws to put into there and there. It just gives the engine bay a much cleaner look, which is what we wanted to do. We got bored and we were trying to figure out something to do. And look who arrived, special guest. How you going, mate?
Hello.
Like what you see?
Alright, we're gonna we'll get a perspex and we'll glue it under here.
What for?
Huh?
What for?
To make it look nicer.
Nah, it should be alright like that. You joined the Toyota fam too, huh?
Yeah.
Lexus things?
I'll race you any day.
He thinks he can beat us. Can't wait to prove him wrong. Alright, after searching hard in my lost screw box, tray, whatever you want to call it, 2 screws that match up, perfect thread size, and they fit right in the... Oh, look at that, beautiful. Guys, I just got it all fitted up. Let's see what Nick's reaction is once he comes back after ordering the food.
You fit it up?
Yup. No, you tell me. Doesn't look too bad, eh? So it looks alright. Obviously, as we said, it's touching the one of the coils. See if the oil cap opens. Yeah, sort of opens. I'm happy with that. Obviously, we need to do an oil change. 1, 2 bolt, take it off. It's fine. And then for now, we're just going to leave that on there. We're not going to tie it anywhere or screw it anywhere until we paint this. So then once we paint that and the cam cover, then we'll make it look all nice and neat. Might even reroute them if we can, see how it goes. But for now,
makes the engine bay from the front look a whole lot neater, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I really like that.
You can still see your cam gears and stuff, which looks nice.
It gives it that little bit of protection.
Colby's parts.
Yeah, it just gives it that little bit of protection. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Next thing we have to do, because it is driving me insane, is get rid of this bloody blue coupler here, which was the only one that we had at the time to make the car start. Get rid of that and put a black one so it matches everything else, because it's just driving me bonkers. The thing that we wanted to do was make a custom airbox, obviously, so we can hook up our catch can, so it's a proper system. But all we needed to do was relocate the coolant overflow. So do you guys have any suggestions of any coolant overflow bottles that we can buy? Anything that you guys have used? Preferably maybe to bolt to this side. That way we can make custom airbox, which is why we need to relocate this coolant overflow. So if you guys have any suggestions for any coolant overflow bottles or airboxes that just bolt straight up, please feel free to leave that in the comments below. Oh, there's so much stock stuff still here like this I want to get rid of and just wash plug it up. Even this, like, what's that, an ODB? What? Do you reckon
OBD port?
OBD port? Well, there's no OEM ECU in the car, so I doubt that'll work. So just cleaning all this stuff up. Like, I think one day with this build it'll turn into something enormous, but for now I just want to enjoy it. I really can't be bothered spending more money on it. Something that Broken Sylvia says, shout out Broken Sylvia, where like the internet caused everyone to be fanatic with, their cars, spending 200, 300 grand on builds. This build cost us 30 grand, as you've seen, including the 6-speed Tremec, as you've seen, for a reliable 600 horsepower. And for now, I just want to enjoy that. I just really can't be bothered, spending money on stuff that people think will make them happy, but actually won't. So the car's done, it's built, let's enjoy it. Obviously, little cosmetic mods here and there make the car more presentable for us. We don't really care what anyone else thinks. And yeah, just as I said, just enjoy the car, just drive it. One day it might turn into that project that we're going to go insane on, but for now, just going to enjoy it the way it is and do the little cosmetic stuff that we're showing you guys.
Alright guys, Nick's packing up, so I guess we're going to wrap this one up here. Thank you guys once again so much for watching. If you haven't already, please be sure to give us a like, helps us out a lot, and subscribe if you haven't already also, so you can see more future content of all our builds. That one too. Thank you so much guys, catch you in the next one.